guys come?
Yeah, I think, being a little bit more common denominator-like, I think, is important for people to catch on more quickly and just play basketball instead of worrying about doing things wrong or not knowing something. So we'll try to keep it as simple as we can for as long as we can to help those guys.
Up in the playoffs last year was a situation where sometimes Tony would come off the bench. That occurred again this year.
Well, Tony's a starter, if that's what you're looking for.
Last time we talked, you mentioned that James Anderson had just gotten on the court. To kind of update us where he might be with his progress.
Well, he's ready to go. I mean, he's cleared for 5-on-5 play and full practice. He's not in very good shape, as you might imagine, since he's been in rehab mode all summer. But he is healthy, and he'll slowly have to get in shape, and then we'll see what we have. But right now, I don't know where he fits or if he's going to be able to help us quickly or it's going to take a while or not at all. We'll see.
Should we expect to see DeJuan Blair playing some for preseason at least?
Well, I mean, you'll see him on the court, with another big. You can call him whatever you want, 4 or 5, it depends.
Tony is obviously going to a contract year this year. How would you like to see him approach a season where he's got the business and the basketball colliding?
I don't have to think about it. I know how he's going to approach it. He's going to approach it professionally, and his number one interest will be to make our team as good as he possibly can. There's no other approach that I don't think he'd even think about.
It said that the veteran players who come here become more comfortable in the second year. What is it about your system, the way you run things, that kind of kicks in with these guys? What do they have to learn about being a Spur?
I don't know.
Do you see
I guess that's just the way it is.
But, I mean, do you see that happen with these guys?
I mean, what you say seems to historically be true,
right.
But I can't point to one thing. I guess it's just the system as a whole seems to take a year to get used to, but it's not completely true. I mean, Tony stepped in as a rookie. I threw him right in the frying pan, and he was pretty damn good. Manu stepped right in and didn't miss a beat. So I think it's more an individual thing than anything, and probably harder for a substitute than somebody who starts and is on the court all the time and picks it up quicker. So if you come off the bench, maybe you're a little bit more concerned about making a mistake, or you don't know things as well, haven't had as much practice, and maybe that's what's referred to. I don't
Tony
know.
talked about him and Manu, though. Both, it was their first NBA experience was here. He said it seems to be guys that come from other NBA teams and come in here. Is it year round? Is there anything that makes it different? No.
I don't have any facts for you. I don't have any solid evidence of anything.
Do you have an expectation that Tiago
Do a little bit better research.
All summer, and this is your answer?
Exactly. I japalize.
Do you have an expectation that Tiago, because he's played professionally for as long as he has, will be able to adapt a little quicker than a guy coming out of a first 1 or 2 year college program?
Yeah, he plays in a great league. He played in a great league in Spain, and he's played in all kinds of tournaments and won championships, and actually been the MVP, and he's played for a very good, tough coach over there. So I'm not sure that I'm going to say anything that is going to confuse him too much.
Go ahead. James Anderson was known mostly for his jump shot at Oklahoma State, but what about his overall game stood out to you other than the jump shot?
I have no idea. I honestly don't. I mean, how would I? I haven't seen the guy play at this level at all. And he was mostly concerned with offense for a variety of reasons at Oklahoma State, and he knows he's going to have to perform at the defensive end, but your guess is as good as mine how that'll work out.
How has the way that George pushed Tony last season helped both of them and the team?
Well, I think it's a fact that you know, George Hill really gained a lot of status last year, playing at both the 1 and the 2 positions. And I think everybody looks forward to him coming back and being even better. But Tony doesn't need George Hill to be motivated and to do what he needs to do to, you know, make this basketball team be as good as it can be. So I don't think that's a factor, but they will play together on the court a good amount of time. They fit well.
Pop, were you more encouraged by Thiago against Argentina or the press that Scola went for 36? And is RC still paying for that?
I couldn't eat or sleep for 2 days after watching Luis Scola just be unbelievably great in Europe. But you know, we all make decisions as organizations, you know, and sometimes they work out well and sometimes they don't. Sometimes you do them for certain reasons and you know what's going to happen even though you make a certain decision. And in Luis's case, I think that RC and I knew what was going to happen, but circumstances were such that we had to do it anyway. And sometimes that happens in this business too. And he's a great one. I mean, off the court too, you'd love the guy. He's a wonderful player, wonderful person. Okay, take care, everybody.